interview. Hi, Karen.
Hi, Sophia. How are you?
I'm good. How are you? Nice to see you.
Nice to see you too. I'm good.
Today we're going to talk about your trip's journey and your traveling experience. And I think our followers would really like to know how you started a travel blog, how you started traveling, how did you find yourself in this sphere? Tell us about it.
Yeah, of course. So I have actually started a long time ago. I've been in the industry for 10 years now. So I started my blogging journey in 2014. I started a fashion blog actually first. So for the first 2 years, I called it Little Black Shell, and it was focused on fashion because I was studying fashion. Then I realized my passion lied more in travel. I wanted to travel around the world. I wanted to do it in luxury, and I was still a college student. So I figured I had to get scrappy with what I had and to make it happen. So I transitioned my fashion blog to a travel blog, and I started traveling around the world full time. I partnered with companies like Airbnb, IHG, which is Intercontinental Hotel Group, the Four Seasons, and then some luxury boutique hotels all around the world. It was an amazing experience. And yeah, that's kind of how I got started. My journey since then has evolved a lot, but I can tell you about that in a little bit.
Yeah. And like your content based blog or how do you like produce the content now the most?
Yeah, so back then my focus was very much on my website, so on my actual blog, and then also on Instagram. Those were my two main platforms. On Instagram is where I built more of my following, so creating content constantly. Obviously, it was very different back then. It was mainly photos, not so much video. And then blog was blog posts. So I liked using this combination because for the blog, it's your evergreen channel and something you own. So this means that it grows over time and no one can take it away from you. And then Instagram is the way that you get more exposure to brands. It's easier to get brand partnerships. So having a combination of an evergreen channel and a more trend channel,
Yeah,
I would call it. It's
portfolio
ideal.
where you can show yourself and what are you doing. Yeah, and how did you like, what do you feel about traveling? Like, why is it such a big part of your life? Like, what is it, what does it has to do with your feelings, and how do you find yourself there?
So I think I became obsessed with travel when I was like 5 years old. Like ever since I can remember, I just dreamt of being both an entrepreneur and also just traveling around the world. Like I had a vision that I would travel around the world with my business. Didn't know what that business was, didn't know, how I was going to make it happen, but that was my life vision. So when I think of travel, I think of freedom, of self-actualization, and of adventure, of opening your mind. It just makes you, in my opinion, a better person, as much as it sounds cheesy, but it really does open you up to the world, literally. So
You made a special course for people who want to start a traveling blog to help people explore the world. So what inspired you to do that?
yeah, so my travel creator journey, as I said, evolved. So my first blog, I grew it organically all on my own, mainly on Instagram, and then the actual website. And I actually sold that blog back in 2021. On the side, I had been doing some social media and influencer marketing consulting, and then I transitioned my career to more in-house. So I led social media and influencer marketing at some hyper-growth brands in Europe and the US. And then my last role was also agency side. So by selling my blog and being an influencer to begin with, and then transitioning to the brand side, I got to get this, very well-rounded perspective into the influencer marketing industry, the creator industry. And then I felt like, okay, I have this very unique thing that a lot of people don't have, right? You're either on the brand side or you're in the influencer side, but usually not on both. So I felt compelled to create this course to bring all of that information for people, like me before. So my, inner child, my previous version of me that wished there would have been something like this and I didn't have to do so much trial and error on my own and, just figure out how to talk to a brand and how to have a partnership and how to negotiate my rates and, how to create effective content and where to focus my energy. Like these were all questions that I had to just figure out on my own. So I feel like it's part of my passion, right? Even though my focus now is on being more a creator educator versus just a creator. I feel like all of this experience can really help aspiring creators to become, you know, an actual business owner, right? Because being a creator is launching a business, but doing it the right way, not just, you know, trying to figure it all out on your own.
Yeah, yeah, I understand. I'm actually looking forward to try out this course by myself because my Instagram account might be more like also like a fashion lifestyle blog, and I'm really looking forward to share with my followers and with my audience how to travel correctly, because it's also a thing. What is like your favorite part of your course? Like, what is the key?
So I would say the foundation part and then the monetization part. So I love the part of brand positioning, you know, really aligning yourself with your dream brands and finding yourself kind of through this creation and understanding what your niche is. And then, you know, everything in between, which is content creation and all of that, that's great and fun. But I feel like that's very much something you just develop as you're ongoing. So you'll find your style, you know, that'll change. But I think something that's crucial is that relationship building and brand partnerships aspect. That's something that I had to do a lot of, you know, testing on
Yeah,
my own and figure out like, okay, how do I find the contact for this person? Now that I found it, like, how do I talk to this person? Now that they're interested, like, okay, what am I offering? You know, like all of these things. It's very crucial to understand what the brand wants from an influencer partnership, not just what you want.
yeah,
So that way you can pitch better and have a more effective partnership. So that's, I think it covered everything excites me, but definitely the positioning and then the monetization is huge.
could you give us any tips on how to start monetizing your blog? Yeah,
Yeah, definitely one of the tips is to join trips. They help you monetize through creating guides. You can also, you know, apply to become a creator. That's why we're doing this partnership. That if you take the course that I built, Travel Creator Blueprint, it trains you to also become a trips creator. So you can immediately from the get-go start monetizing your influence through the guidance of trips and through this partnership. So I think that's one very um, easy way for you to monetize from the beginning. Another way that I would say is a tip that's a little bit more long term is before you create anything, think about who you want to partner with. So
oh
create
yeah,
for your audience, but also create for your dream brands, right? Like if you're thinking through a business lens, then you also have to think, okay, how is this going to translate to money in the future? And that means mainly brand partnerships to begin with. So you have to be aligning yourself with those brands and what they look for. So look for who your dream brands partner with, the influencers content that they partner with, also the brand on social media, right? What kind of content they create? Is it more luxury upscale? Is it like understated? Is it more like fun and whimsical? Like what is that and how can you create content that aligns with that but that is still true to you? And yeah, just start thinking of everything through a business lens from the very beginning because it's harder to transition and I don't know, it's better to just approach it as a
yeah,
business. It's also good like for partners and
yeah. I was
yeah.
talking about the trips is a good community to find the people who are looking for the same things in life,
Yes.
and it's a new view on the way of traveling and finding new experiences. Because, like I also mentioned, um, sometimes I'm passing by the street and I'm seeing these tour agencies that are already dying because they offer nothing new to the people, and young people, they want new experiences, something not that ordinary that you always see on the TV and stuff. And I think trips is great for finding people who want to travel very clever, and they're building their own community, and I think that's very beautiful. Yeah. And also, I know that you have an idea of creating a boot camp soon.
Yes, that's something we're talking about with trips.
Yeah.
I think it would be great to be able to talk to any creators directly and answer any questions. So if any of you out there that are joined in or that see this video afterwards are interested in that, let us know, because we might be putting a boot camp together to answer any of your questions, go over a little bit more about the travel creator journey, and also just keep it very real about like what to expect, you know, the pros and cons of joining or like starting a blog, a travel blog, or a travel creator business in general, and see if it's just a right fit for you. I think that's crucial, that you figure out whether or not it actually is a fit, right? Because it sounds very luxurious, but of course it's a business,
Yeah,
so
it
you
has
have
some,
to be able to maintain it.
of course,
Mm-hmm.
pros and cons.
Yeah.
And I can say that sometimes you think about it more like a full-time job. When you gain a lot of followers and and your audience is big enough, you feel the responsibility of showing the right content, of impressing people all the time, and that can be a really big pressure.
Yeah, definitely. I think mental health is also something that a lot of people don't talk about, but it's a crucial part of also being an influencer and a travel creator, to just keep that at bay. So I'm happy to chat about that in the boot camp, and it's something I also cover in the course. So
Yeah.
it's very important for you to set boundaries and understand what that means, you know, being a public
Yeah.
figure.
Also with brands, I could say that I got a lot of requests on cooperations where a brand wants everything from you,
Mm.
post as much as you can, and we will give you almost nothing. And I think that's why studying the content creation journey is very crucial and very important, because you should understand before actually becoming a big influencer what is waiting for you in
Yep.
this journey, and how to be prepared for it, right, how to say no, how to look for the brands that you want to cooperate with.
Yeah, I agree. It's very important for you to choose the right brands for you, because unfortunately there are some in the industry that will try to take advantage of influencers. Maybe it's not malignant, right? Maybe it's not with like bad intentions, but
Yeah.
I think it's also just education. Like the industry is still kind of new and it's booming now, but a lot of people are still not understanding, you know, how influencers work or how brands work. So again, it's crucial to have that understanding of both sides.
Yeah.
But yeah, you have to be a little bit picky, a little bit
Yeah.
selective. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
very nice to know. I'm looking forward to studying your course by myself. I already registered on the Trips platform,
Amazing.
and I'm looking forward to see more new and fresh creators there that could help us to build a whole new community of travelers and the people who are mad about traveling. Yeah, and that's very nice. I don't hear you. Yeah.
So this will also be one of the pros and cons of being a travel creator.
Yeah.
Sometimes you're traveling and Wi-Fi, you know, just gets funky. But yes, I'm excited for you to take the course. Definitely know. Let me know how you like it and ask me any questions, of course, Sophia. And I'm excited to meet more people from the Trips community and just get this going. I hope some of you get inspired to become travel creators, and if
Yeah.
not, at least you get some clarity.
Yes, it was very nice talking to you. I hope we see each other
Likewise.
one more time.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Bye.
Okay. Bye.